Oxidizing properties of concentrated sulfuric acid. First, oxidation of non-metals. Oxidation of non-metals. Concentrated sulfuric acid oxidizes carbon to carbon dioxide, sulfur to sulfur dioxide, phosphorus to phosphoric acid. First one is carbon to carbon dioxide. C plus 2H2SO4 concentrated sulfuric acid. On heating, we get carbon dioxide 2SO2 plus 2H2O. Second one is concentrated sulfuric acid oxidizes sulfur to sulfur dioxide. 2H2SO4 gives rise to 3SO2 plus 2H2O. Third oxidizing property is concentrated sulfuric acid oxidizes phosphorus to phosphoric acid. 2P plus 5H2SO4 gives rise to 2H3PO4 plus SO2 plus 2H2O. These are the oxidation of non-metals by concentrated sulfuric acid. Second one is concentrated sulfuric acid oxidizes metals to metal salts. That is oxidation of metals. Oxidation of metals. Here first one is copper metal. Copper reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid. We get copper sulfate and sulfur dioxide 2H2O. Like this with zinc also, giving zinc sulfate, sulfur dioxide and water. Zinc reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid, gives zinc sulfate, sulfur dioxide and water. And third one is with iron, concentrated sulfuric acid, we get ferrous sulfate and sulfur dioxide and 2 moles of water. And concentrated sulfuric acid oxidizes some compounds also, that is hydrogen iodide. See, oxidation of compounds. That is first one It oxidizes hydrogen iodide to iodine. H2SO4, we get iodine and sulfur dioxide and 2H2O. This is 2 moles. Second one is hydrogen sulfide to sulfur. H2SO4 gives rise to sulfur plus sulfur dioxide plus 2H2O. So here these are compounds. Concentrated sulfuric acid oxidizes hydrogen iodide to iodine and also hydrogen sulfide to sulfur. These are the oxidizing properties of concentrated sulfuric acid. Now fifth property is dehydrating property. Concentrated sulfuric acid has more affinity for water. That means it removes water from the compounds. So removal of water we are called as dehydration. Some chemical reactions we can consider it as dehydration reactions. First one is glucose C6H12O6. Glucose upon dehydration with concentrated sulfuric acid we get here 6 moles of carbon black and 6H2O comes out. Now I am taking starch C6H10O5. It is taken n times, treated with concentrated sulfuric acid. Dehydration takes place. We get 6CN here, 5H2O taken n times, and formic acid HCOOH. Upon dehydration with concentrated sulfuric acid we get water and carbon monoxide and water. And one more property, oxalic acid COOH. Dehydration of oxalic acid it is with concentrated sulfuric acid. Here H2O comes out, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. So we get carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide and water. And some more reactions we have, that is blue vitriol CuSO4 5H2O. Its color is blue. When it is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid we get CuSO4, its color is white and 5 moles of water comes out. And also some organic compounds, that is alcohol, ethyl alcohol. Upon dehydration at different temperature we get different products. See, ethyl alcohol C2H5OH upon dehydration with concentrated sulfuric acid, temperature is about 170 degrees Celsius, we get ethene C2H4 plus water. This we are called as ethene. This is ethyl alcohol. If I am taking the same compound, temperature I am changing, that is 140 degrees Celsius, we get diethyl ether. See, 2 moles of C2H5 OH, this is ethyl alcohol treated with concentrated sulfuric acid H2SO4, temperature is 140 degrees Celsius, we get C2H5O, C2H5, this we are called as diethyl ether and water. This is also dehydration reaction, and we can see with sucrose, dehydration of sucrose gives charged mass of carbon, that is sucrose formula C12H22O11 treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, we get charged mass of carbon 12 moles plus 11H2O. All these are comes under dehydrating properties of sulfuric acid. In all these reactions, removal of water takes place. So concentrated sulfuric acid acts as a dehydrating agent. It removes water molecules from the compounds. Now sixth one is test for sulfuric acid. See, first test is, I am taking dilute sulfuric acid in this test tube. It is dilute sulfuric acid. To this I am adding copper piece. This is copper metal or copper turning it is. On heating, we get colorless gas, that is sulfur dioxide. It is tested with acidified potassium dichromate paper. If I keep here acidified potassium dichromate paper, it turns into green color. This is about test with copper turnings. That means to the dilute sulfuric acid, if we are adding copper turning, upon heating we get colorless gas. That gas converts acidified potassium dichromate paper into green, that is Cr2SO4 taken thrice. So this is first test, and also second test is dilute sulfuric acid. To this dilute sulfuric acid, I am adding sodium chloride solution. On heating, HCl gas comes out. Sodium chloride, it is aqueous solution. This is hydrogen chloride gas is released. This can be tested with a glass rod dipped in liquid ammonia. This is liquid ammonia. we get white dense fumes of ammonium chloride. These are white dense fumes. Here it is. This is a glass acidified potassium dichromate paper. Acidified potassium dichromate paper it is. That turns into green color due to the formation of Cr2SO4 taken thrice. This is. Here this is formed white dense fumes due to the formation of ammonium chloride. This is second test for dilute sulfuric acid. And also we can test with other reagents also. Third test is to the dilute sulfuric acid. This is dilute sulfuric acid. I am adding barium chloride solution. When we are adding barium chloride solution, white precipitate of barium sulfate is formed. This is white barium sulfate precipitate is formed. This is another test. And one more test also we have. This dilute sulfuric acid treated with lead nitrate solution, we get white precipitate of lead sulfate. That is one more test. Again I am taking test tube. In this test tube I am taking dilute sulfuric acid it is. To this I am adding lead nitrate solution. White precipitate is formed. This is white precipitate of lead sulfate is formed. So these are the tests for sulfuric acid. Now uses of sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is used in the purification of petroleum. It is used in lead storage batteries, manufacture of drugs, dyes, and as a laboratory reagent and also dehydrating agent. Now uses of sulfuric acid. It is used in the manufacture of fertilizers. Second one is etching of metals. Third one is lead storage batteries. Fourth one is it is used in the manufacture of nitrocellulose products. Fifth use is it is used in the manufacture of dyes, drugs, and also it is used in metallurgy, that is extraction of metals, and it is used as a laboratory reagent. It is used as oxidizing agent. It is used as a dehydrating agent. These are the uses of sulfuric